So guys, I was asked yesterday, what do you eat inside the 5-day challenges, right? So you could do 5-day fast, in the middle, what do we eat? And it was basically a lady approached me and said, I'm confused of what I should be eating in between. Now listen, here's what you need to think about. What we're trying to do is we're trying to do like a maintenance phase in between those 5-day challenges. Remember, what the whole point of the 5-day challenge is the potential weight loss that you could have over a 4-week diet period, right, is roughly between 1 to 2 pound per week. So that's between 6 and 8 pound over a month. We're trying to aim to get that in 5 days. So then the rest of the month then we can relax. So we're not always chronically dieting, which leads into a downturn in metabolic rate, which also leads to sort of like binge eating and over restrictiveness and just feeling of sort of emotional, I can't do this anymore kind of stuff. So that's what we're trying to do. So in the days in between, those 3 weeks in between the challenges, we want to have just like a maintenance phase. Now what does that mean? Right, so what I want you to think about here, and this is very important to get your head around, right? First of all, there's no such thing as good food and bad food. There's no such thing as a fattening food, right? I know that's an old term. Even my mum still uses that. Oh, you can't eat that, that's fattening. There's no such thing, guys, right? It's not. It's calories. That's just all. I want you to think about this as there's just calories, right? So what we need to think about here is you get your NutriSec app. I'll put a link up again for it for anybody who doesn't have it. It's basically just a calorie counting app. And what we do is we count the calories. You should have roughly between, again, this is roughly, because we're talking about maintenance, we're not talking about weight loss. We do not want to be focusing on weight loss over those 3 weeks. I know you're saying I want to keep losing weight. If you do that, guys, your metabolism's just going to shut down and you're going to hit a brick wall. Remember, we have a short-term goal, which is the 5 days, but we have a long-term goal if we want to lose weight and keep it off forever. Right? I'm giving you the strategy to do it in the most easiest, simplest way possible, but we're not always in diet and we're not always thinking about food. Right? I know you want the results yesterday, but it's not going to fucking happen, so you gotta just go with it, right? So those 3 weeks in between, we're counting calories, right? Roughly, right? And I'm going to give you a couple of options here. Counting calories is probably your best option because it's a more relaxed option, but it requires you to count calories, right? Now, let's say you're giving yourself 1,600 calories a day, which is maintenance. It's not weight loss, it's maintenance. For some of you, that could be weight loss, right? But for most of you, between 1,600 and 1,800 calories, you'll find your weight just plateaus, especially coming off the fasting challenge, all right? So you've got 1,800 calories a day to consume. Now, as long as you don't pass that number, you won't gain any weight. That's it. It doesn't matter what you eat. It doesn't matter what type of food you eat. As long as you don't pass that number, you will not gain weight. There's no such thing as this as a fattening food. For example, see, even if it was 1,800 calories, 1,800 calories, we'll just call it 16 just to make the numbers easy, right? You ate a cream finger, but you didn't pass that number, you won't put on weight. A cream finger is not fattening unless you go over your calories. Does that make sense? Right? So that's the way we do this. Now, the best way to structure this, the best way I've found to structure this, and the best way I found with clients over the last 30 years to structure this, is to reverse engineer your day. Now, this takes a bit of planning. This is where the calorie count becomes a bit of a fucking pain. And this is where most people stop doing it because it requires a bit of prep work. And by prep work, I mean is what I want to do if I'm counting calories, is I start with my dinner. I want to put in my dinner first, right? Now, I don't want to scrimp in calories. I don't want to cut back. I don't want to have to restrict myself. I want to have whatever dinner I'm going to have. Mainly because as he's making my dinner, and when she makes the dinner, I'm not going to complain or argue, whatever it is, it is. And it doesn't matter what, it could be spaghetti bolognese, it could be a lovely Mediterranean salad, or it could be fucking pizza and burgers if that's the mood that she's on that day, right? That's what it's going to be. But I'm going to count the calories in it. Now, let's say it comes to, for argument's sake, even 1,000 calories, right? A good Indian that you would pick up in Sainsbury's with the rice and the serving and a wee bit of naan bread is about 1,000 calories, ladies. Yes, 1,000 calories. And I'll stick up a few wee images after this to show you how many calories it's in it. Now, if I have that first in our 1,600 calorie example, that now leaves me with 600 calories. Right, now let's say I'm going to go, right, you know what, because I'm having this big Indian, it's a lot of calories in one go, I'm going to skip breakfast. I'm going to do a wee bit of intermittent fasting. I'm going to skip breakfast. So that gives me then 600 calories for the rest of the day. Right, I'm going to give myself 300 calories for breakfast, right, which is going to be like something like a slice of toast and 3 scrambled eggs. Lovely. That'll see me right through. I'm going to give myself then 300 calories then for a bit of snacks. So I'm going to have 200 calories for Greek yogurt and a wee scoop of protein at night with a couple of blueberries. Remember, we don't count vegetables, fruit or vegetables. I don't want you to ever count fruit and vegetables when you're tracking. The nutritional content of it is too important to think about the calories in it, right? Fruit and vegetables, fill your boots. Not juices, right? Not juice. That's different altogether. It's not even just about the calories, it's about the insulin spike and about how much sugar in one serving, right? Like a tall glass of orange juice is about, what, 3 or 4 oranges. You wouldn't sit and eat 3 or 4 oranges. So we're losing the satiety and the fibre and all that kind of stuff that's part of what's good about it. So fruit and vegetables, fill your boots. So your wee protein, your wee Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, lovely, jubbly. Have that before we go to bed. That's going to be nice. That leaves me with 100 calories for a wee 99 calorie bar during the day with a wee cup of tea, because Patricia's coming around to see me today and we're going to have a wee chat. Lovely. There's my day sorted, right? But we've counted the calories. Didn't look at what the calories were. Doesn't matter. Right, another example. Let's say I'm having dinner and dinner only comes to 600 calories. Right, but I've put it in first. That means I've now 1,000 calories to make up the rest of the day. I can have a breakfast, I can have a lunch, I can have a snack. In fact, you know what? That's actually not too bad. Right, example number 3. I start tracking, but I start tracking with breakfast. And what I do, I'm going to have a lovely nice breakfast. I'm going to have 3 egg omelette with a wee bit of avocado and a tablespoonful of hummus. Boom, perfect. At lunchtime, I'm going to have a chicken salad, Mediterranean salad. I'm going to throw in some olives, we've got olive oil, a bit of feta cheese. Boom, brilliant. I'm going to have a wee snack here. I'm going to have a couple of nuts and stuff like that. Lovely. Now that all sounds very, very good, but it's very high in calories. Oh shit, I've come to dinner. I have 200 calories left just for my dinner. I'm having a fucking lettuce sandwich, right? Lettuce and cucumber sandwich, because I can't put any calories in it. I've run out of calories, right? And then what happens is, I've eaten that, I'm going, you know what, I'm still starving, I can't handle this, and I eat a tub of Pringles. I've now gone over my calories, because I wasn't mindfully tracking where I was tracking. So you have to start at the end of the day and move forward, alright? It's the best way to make sure that you don't run out of calories, especially for your dinner. For me, dinner is the most important meal of the day. I'm having it with a family, hopefully, if that's the way you do it. But it's going to be the largest meal, because I want to feel full up. I'm going to sit down and watch TV. I'm about to go to bed. I don't want the wee monsters eating at my head telling me I'm hungry. I want a good, satisfying dinner. And I've even got a wee bit of Greek yogurt for afterwards. Something that's a wee bit tasty, something a bit sweet because I've got loads of blueberries in it. But something can be quite filling because I've got a wee scoop of protein in it. And it's going to make me full up going right into bed. Perfect. Lovely. But I have to allocate the calories in the right place. Does that make sense? But it doesn't matter what those calories are. Now, where it does matter, and this is what's important, this is what we call mindfulness or mindful eating, is certain foods are designed to make you overconsume. And I use Pringles as a perfect example, right? I'm sure every one of you could and have, and probably will in the future, eat a full tub of Pringles. All by yourself, right? You see the slogan, once you pop, you can't stop. Why do you think they have that slogan? It's because those have been actually scientifically engineered to make you want to overeat them, right? Guess how many calories in a tub of Pringles? One tub of Pringles, how many calories? 513 calories, right? Well, 514 in the regular, 513 in the salt and vinegar ones, right? 514 calories. That's nearly a third of your day's eating. Right? That's more calories than 3 eggs, a slice of toast, and a half an avocado. Right? That's a full meal gone in a tub of Pringles. Right? One Pringle's about 10 calories. So here's the thing that I want to say to you. Let's say you said, I'm going to sit down and have a wee cup of tea before you go to bed, but I'm only going to eat 10 Pringles. That's 100 calories. Could you actually stop at 10 Pringles? I know I can't. Right? And I wouldn't even pretend. Count out 10 Pringles. Oh, okay, I can satisfy my taste and my cravings with this. Lovely, 10, done, fantastic, I'm satisfied, go to bed. It's not going to happen, right? So the food that you choose, whether it's hyper palatable or not, that's what that means. Hyper palatable means that they're hyper tasty, they're hyper nice, you want to over consume them all in one go. That's the issue. For example, if I have a cream finger, like I said, it's no big deal if I don't go over my calories. I find it very hard to stop at one. I'm then looking for a turnover or something else afterwards, because I've just sparked off that massive insulin spike, but also that real deep sugar craving that stuff is designed to do. Guys, those foods are chemically engineered to make you overconsume them, right? So a different example now. Let's say I was to only eat whole natural food, nothing processed. The rule of thumb is if I can't kill it or pick it, I don't eat it, right? Imagine that's the rule of thumb. So it's good, healthy, natural food, nothing processed at all. It is virtually impossible to overconsume your calories like that. I put it to you to try every day, right, for 30 days. To only eat natural food and not lose weight and not even count your calories and feel full up in every single meal. Right, because it's nutrient dense, it's high in fiber, it makes you feel full up, high satiety, which means it makes you feel fuller for longer, and it's not hyper palatable. So the choices of food that you make will determine whether you're able to stay within your calorie target or not. Does that make sense? Now, one more thing I want you to think about. You see, if you ever have any questions at all, just message me. You don't even have to put it in the group. Even during the weeks in between the challenges. Guys, I'm here to coach you through all of this all of the time. It is my absolute pleasure and honor to help you do this. Don't ever be afraid to ask me questions. Don't be afraid to say, listen, if you've got 10 minutes at the end of the day, we'll jump on a phone call and I'll help you explain it a wee bit more. I really passionately want you to succeed at this. Not just short term, but long term. I want you to lose weight, look good, feel great for the rest of your life. And we can do this if you follow the information, don't freak out about it, and ask any questions you have. All right? Have a good day.